CBS 8's Jake Garriani at Citizens Bank Park in Philadelphia. We got Brian White, who was at a watch party at Petco Park, and Regina Ureta at a watch party in National City.
But first, we're going to check in with John Howard here in the studio with Game 5 highlights. What happened here, John?
They just couldn't put it together. The clutch hitting I think, is something that cost the Padres over the series. The Padres would finally break through late in the game today. Josh Bell is at the plate, drives one into right field. Jake Cronenworth is going to come around to score, and it's a tie ball game at 2 runs apiece. Jose Azocar would come in to pinch run, and then Sir Anthony Dominguez, pitching for the Philadelphia Phillies, unleashes a wild pitch. Azocar ends up at third base, and then Dominguez would do it again, another wild pitch, and Azocar scores. Padres take their first lead of the game in the 7th inning. But the Phillies' fatal blow lands in the 8th, a runner on for Bryce Harper. He takes Suarez deep the other way. That's the nail in the coffin, and as big as postseason home runs get, really. Padres will get a man on in the 9th, but Aaron Nola flies out to end the game. A great season, an exciting postseason, but it all comes to an end for the Padres. They lose 4-3, and they lose the NLCS 4-1. Jake Garriani is live in Philadelphia with more on the game. Jake, take it away.
Yeah, John, I mean, the feeling is what you would expect out here, kind of devastation, right? I mean, you really thought this team had a chance to move on and move further, especially when you found out it was going to be a 5-6 matchup and they had home field advantage. This team had just done so much, really a storybook season for the Padres. They beat the Mets in New York. They take down the Dragon up north with the 111-win Dodgers. I did not see this coming where they would lose 3 straight here in Philadelphia. I don't think the players did. I mean, John, when there's just 4 teams left, everybody thinks they're going to win the World Series. That's what makes this so tough. And of course, that was felt in the clubhouse after the game.
悔しさだけではみんなないと思います。Obviously it stings and it hurts, but as a team we made it this far. So, as much as it stings and hurts, there is a little bit of sense of satisfaction also.
It's never easy losing, but I feel like this team was so special this year. The things that we did to get to this point, the adversity that we overcame, and even this series, man. I mean, we played good baseball. They just played a little better than us. Our bullpen had been so lights out for so long, and the few hits that end up hurting us just come at the wrong time.
It's really frustrating at the beginning, but at the end of the day, you see how far we make it. It's pretty impressive, and we should feel pretty proud of ourselves. A lot of people have us back home in the end of the season, but we make it all the way up here. It's pretty tough loss, but at the same time, we're pretty proud of what we've done this year.
The middle of their order, 1 through 4, really 1 through 5, they've done a lot of damage. That's tough to navigate through multiple times. And you did a great job with it, too. We were going to have him go the 4th time around, but he pitched a great game, too, especially in the conditions. It's tough to pitch and get a good grip on the ball, especially for a guy that spins it as much as he does.
And this team really should be proud of themselves. And of course, there's going to be tons of optimism going into next season. You're going to get Fernando Tatis Jr. back. But what makes it challenging to get over things like this is this group, those group of guys will never be the same together. I saw Craig Stammen walk out on the top stairs of the dugout after the game just a few feet away from me and take it all in. It was probably the last time he ever suits up for a game. Will Myers may never come back. We talked to him. He's got a $20 million option next year that I'm sure the Padres won't pick up. There are tons of pieces that will move around with every ball club. So, Stephen Kirsten, it's always hard when a group has to dissipate and a season comes to an end.
There is no question, Jake, the foundation is there. I do think we saw, though, in this series specifically, that there are a few holes, and there are some things that A.J. Preller is going to have to address. I would think getting another quality starting pitcher has got to be high on that list as well.
Yeah, Steve, you hit the nail on the head there. What made this postseason run great, but also challenging getting into this series was the Padres had 3 dominant pitchers, right? But that 4th guy became a challenge, and when you get in a 7-game series like last night when Clevenger had to take the mound, and nothing against Mike, but he just didn't seem to have it, that makes that difficult. So yes, getting another big arm in there. And again, you get one of the best players in baseball back next year for free, essentially, when Tatis comes back. But, you know, getting a couple other bats in that lineup, too. The bottom of the order did well in the postseason, but really struggled throughout the regular season. There will be pieces, there will be changes, and hopefully this team can make another great run. You just never know when you're going to be back in the NLCS or further.
Yeah.
It's a hard thing to do, which is why this team should be so proud.
We should be so proud, and the fans should be proud, too, for showing up and showing out. Thank you, Jake Garriani, for all of your hard work and for following this coverage. Thank you for that.
Awesome. I mean, look, the foundation is there. We have a lot to be excited about for next year for sure.
Hey, I'm going to keep my towel.
There you go.
Keeping the towel.
And for the 3rd day in a row, Padres fans watched the action on the big screen over at Petco Park, and it was free to be out there.
These are so much fun. CBS 8's Brian White joins us live there. Brian, how much fun did you have just taking this game in from the stadium?
You know, Kirsten, it was a lot of fun, you know, just to see the game on the big screen, to be around fans and, you know, have the ballpark experience. It was definitely a lot of fun to be in there. But again, you know, it's a disappointing loss, as we know, and we're all feeling a little deflated out here at Petco Park. But despite that loss, you know, fans are still proud of their Padres. And take a look at how much fun they had during the game.
The watching party is amazing. The food is great. The environment, the vibe is right. Way too humble for this flex.
The loss is difficult for fans to take in, but some say the ride has still been worth it.
It's a good time because obviously, even though our boys are 3,000 miles away, it brought the city together as a community to cheer them on. We're bringing good mojo, good vibes across there.
I'm just happy to be here. I mean, not losing to the Dodgers, not losing to the Mets, being out here in the championship game, 28 years old, and I finally get to be here. So happy to be here, baby. Let's go Padres!
Being with family, just being able to watch it with like other fans, yeah.
Tickets were free and fans just had to register for them to get seats. And while the ball game was the main attraction, of course, it was a family-friendly time here at Petco, with people lining up to get pictures with the Friar mascot. And plenty of fans indulged in the great ballpark food and beverage. Are you excited for the Padre game?
Yeah.
What are you dressed up as?
A hot dog. Go Padres!
It is actually a really fun experience and unique experience because you still have that home game vibe, that feeling, but at the same time, you know, yeah, they're not playing in front of you, but it's the same energy, it's the same loudness, the same togetherness. So it's very unique. I really enjoy it.
Padres fans are no doubt a dedicated bunch. This guy even got a special tattoo.
I even got the Petco Park tatted on my arm.
Where's that?
Right here.
Fans leaving Petco were a little deflated, understandably so, but they're still proud of their Padres.
I'm never eating Philadelphia cream cheese ever again. Go Padres! We got this 2023.
Definitely disappointing. Yeah, I'm really proud of the Padres because they did so well this season. I feel like beating the Dodgers alone was kind of just a celebration for the whole city. And, you know, unfortunately we lost this one, but they had an amazing season.
I had my hopes really high, but
We beat the Dodgers!
yeah, at least we beat the Dodgers.
2023, let's go! Again, a disappointing loss, but Stephen Kirsten, you heard it from that Padre fan. We are not allowed to eat any Philadelphia cream cheese, and cheesesteaks are also out for the foreseeable future.
You know,
to you guys.
I'm disappointed by what happened today, but I'm drawing the line to the Philly cream cheese. I mean, you got to have the Philadelphia cream cheese.
Too soon, Steve.
Yeah, I can't cut that out.
Or maybe I'm just full from the game, but too soon. Too soon.
I'll give out the cheesesteak, though. Brian, thank you. Padres fans in National City also made their way out bright and early this morning. They were out at Roots to root on the Friars.
Yeah, even though they lost, fans kept the energy high at local bars, knowing this team can absolutely make it even further next year. CBS 8's Regina Ureta was at Machete Bar in National City earlier today.
I'm at Machete in National City, where Padres fans are ready for today's game. National City Padres fans on edge for Game 5 of the NLCS.
A little stressed out, ain't gonna lie.
Since a 1-1 split in San Diego, the Padres weren't able to win a game in Philadelphia to bring the series back home. With the Phillies getting a 4-3 win in Game 5, Padres fans are now left disappointed that they won't be able to see baseball until next year. This Sunday, some National City Padres fans spent their morning eating and drinking at Machete Beer House.
We have amazing fans. We have amazing culture here, beautiful city.
Passionate fans were cheering on their Friars in front of the big screens, anxious to see if the Padres could push the series to a Game 6. Adam Cornejo, the manager, says this season has been a huge success for business and hopes to see it continue.
The last couple of weeks have been insane for fans, and not just fans, but business as well. The last few games have been a roller coaster of emotions. We are strictly on Highland Avenue, so after the game on the last few wins, especially the Dodgers, outside on Highland Avenue, it was bumper to bumper. It was like the 405 on Highland Avenue.
Even with the Padres falling short and coming home to dark lights in Petco Park, fans will continue to wave their yellow towels into the future season.
Luckily, we got rid of our big brother. I mean, they was always pushing us around, being the big bully. Had to dust our hat off in our jersey, like I just mentioned. Absolutely was incredible.
Remembering the magical run that they made in the playoffs. For CBS 8, I'm Regina Urrieta.